big range of temperatures out there as the day moved on today.
I know, even like what I personally experienced today was such a big range. I was a couple miles inland earlier in the day, no jacket, windows down in the car. And then as I started to drive closer to Portland, I saw the fog in the distance, and I slowly rolled my window back up as it got colder.
Heat back on. Yep.
Yeah, it really just makes a huge difference. And honestly, I would love to talk about the sea breeze all day because I find it so fascinating because I've never lived near it before. But we do have some rain to talk about, so we'll save it for another day. The sea breeze in springtime is not going to be going anywhere. And you can see that really here very, very well on the visible satellite imagery. Most of us today seeing plenty of sunshine, even if you're just a few miles inland from the coast. But right along the immediate coastline, you can see that fog bank begin to push in off of the water, and it really brought down our temperatures significantly, even just from a couple of miles inland. So it really is quite fascinating to think about. But we do have some more rain to talk about today, so we'll save the sea breeze for another day. So this is our system right now. It looks a little bit disorganized at the moment, but by the time this system moves into our area later tonight and into tomorrow, it is going to pack a serious punch in terms of rainfall and wind. So we'll break that down a little bit as we go. So we have a flood watch in effect. This is from the National Weather Service, and it's mainly for the mountains and foothills, as well as going down into the mid-coast area. And this is because of heavy rain and some snow melt. So it's been warm most days this week, so that has made our snowpack more susceptible to some melting, especially with high temperatures tomorrow being in the 50s in a lot of spots, and some high wind gusts as well. Also, areas that are susceptible to ice jams also might see some localized flooding in those areas as well. Now we also have some wind alerts in effect. Most of us are in a wind advisory, and that's where you kind of see that tan colored shade there. And then along the immediate down east coastline is where there's a high wind warning in effect. We could see some isolated power outages tomorrow, but I'm not expecting a lot like in some of the storms that we saw earlier this year. So I would say right around midnight is when that warm front is going to start pushing in, and that's where we're going to see kind of that first bout of rain. And now for the day on Wednesday, it's not going to be raining all day, but it is going to be kind of these on and off periods of rain that will be pretty heavy at times. So this is Wednesday at 8 a.m. We have some of those rain showers right along the coastline, and then kind of just on and off periods of rain throughout the afternoon. We start to see some more consistent rain moving in just after dinner time tonight, and that's going to be associated with a pretty sharp cold front. And we're going to see that very easily in both our precipitation type and the temperatures as well. So right as that cold front goes through, you can see that right there, we kind of have some snow on the back end of this cold front. I don't think it would really accumulate much at all, maybe just a coating on some surfaces that are a little bit cooler because our temperatures are going to be so high earlier in the day. But then right behind this cold front, temperatures are going to plummet back down into the 20s in a lot of spots. So we'll kind of get one more day that feels traditionally like February, and then our temperatures are going to moderate once again back to those kind of spring-like feels. But it's also going to be on the windy side as well. So our high wind gusts are going to be the highest really once that cold front goes through. So I would say kind of late Wednesday night after dinner time to around midnight. And then once that cold front goes through, our wind direction switches to out of the west. But I would say still high wind gusts, really about 30 to 40 miles per hour, some 50 mile per hour possible along the down east coastline. So I don't think this is going to be damaging winds, but it's definitely going to be windy during the day on Wednesday and Thursday. So the wind chill factor will be a big deal for Thursday. And then it starts to calm down a little bit for Friday and into the weekend as well. So once we get that cold on Thursday, then temperatures really kind of bounce back into the spring-like feels for the weekend. Rain forecast, that gale warning is going to be in effect for the storm on Wednesday. And then really in terms of after this storm moves through, Brian and Amanda, I want to emphasize a lot of what I'm saying sounds reminiscent of the December storm, but it's not as powerful as this one, so I don't want people to worry.
That's good to know.
Yes. Yeah. Reassuring. All right,
Thank you.
Dana, thank you.